What's up YouTube? Zombiekillerhere here. This is a video that's gonna be a small, short, compared to what I'm gonna do later, examination of all the melee weapons. Later, I will be playing through with just the melee weapon, only using the melee
actual
weapon.
strike team is on the ground.
And we'll actually see how good they hold up.
You have your orders, strike team. Investigate the site. Contain the threat.
But the goal here is just to try to get the damage numbers of all the melee weapons. So we got 812 for a default knife, which I do have the how much is this? 750. I do have the 5th tier melee upgrade, so the point of this video is to try to figure out which melee weapons are the best. Also, even though I know the default melee weapon's not
Another
gonna
zombie
win,
KIA.
because I already know from default that the
occurring around the globe.
other melee
Of
weapon's
course, it
better.
comes back to this facility.
You know,
You'd know better.
I already know this knife is better. Wait, did I not
Than most,
select
Dr.
this?
Stroud.
Yeah, I already know that this default knife is better than the base melee one, because base melee one was
facility entrance should be just ahead.
750 at rank 3 melee, and this and the default one was 1000, so I already know it's stronger. But this will also check and see if you decide to have the melee weapon at the secondary, what will happen. So let's get an idea about how fast we can knife. Doesn't seem like there's really a bad knifing. Reduce. 200 punching. There we go. We're not going to be ever going back to that punching.
Yes, I'll take a pistol.
But yeah, it doesn't seem like it makes any difference whether it's pistol or not. So now we'll go for the default melee weapon. I really wish there was a quick restart option, but we're gonna have to go through the menus. But at least we know the basic default knife, which you should never use, do that. And we know for a fact that doesn't seem like your weight of your gun should matter. The shotguns will knife as fast as a pistol, which is always good to know. So, that's one thing off of my checklist. Now, one thing to keep in mind, which we're gonna go ahead and do solo again on it. There we go. One thing to keep in mind, when it comes to the default knife, I do have a alternate skin of it, which is right here. I doubt the alternate skin will change anything, but I threw it in with the testing just to make sure. As long as it doesn't prove to do even 1 extra damage, we're going to ignore that when we go for the longer thing. The longer thing, I will be actually using these knives and seeing how far you can go with them while focusing on upgrading them and everything. So we'll truly know a weapon's worth. But for right now, the whole point is just to get the damage numbers. Just to get a guess about how strong they are. Once I get a more concrete answer, I do plan on doing another small video pretty much saying the results that I got. Which, if everything goes well, we should be good, and we might have a definitive best knife. If not, who knows? But we'll try what we can. It'd be nice to be able to say, yes, get this one knife. This one knife is far better than the other. There's a chance that these knives are just basic reskins, pretty much, where they won't really add any more damage or any special ability, but because they're organized the way they do,
You've got a green light, strike team.
and they are awarded special and stuff,
Let's get moving, people.
I'm pretty
Recon
sure
the
they
site,
could do
eliminate
something
all hostiles.
else. But let's take a look and find out. I do 1,250. Wow. Okay, we're done. Even though I already knew what the damage number was going to be because it's simple math, I still have to showcase it. Well, on to the alternate skin of it. Yeah, but 25% of 1,250. Easy math. But I still have to do it just for the sake of saying it's in the video. After all, I can't claim that this is a mini look at all the knives if I don't look at all the knives. That's why I did punching and whether or not your weapon affects your knives. And even the useless default knife that, let's be honest, you can't upgrade, so why would you use it? Just, carry a knife if you want a knife. And then buy the weapon that you want. Of course, sometimes the guns, you kind of really want that gun, so you'll have to settle for the basic knife. I really wish they would let you pick which knife goes with you as a default knife, but oh well. And actually allow you to upgrade your knife, but what can you do? They're probably never going to implement it as a, third weapon type system. But oh well. It doesn't really matter in the end. It's just good to know how good these knives are. Although I would really love to just take the weapon, fully customize how I like it, plus a knife that I really like with me. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and see if this alternate skin does any more damage. I've never used the alternate skin against a zombie, but I'm guessing since it's an alternate skin and the other melee weapons are in different slots, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the same as default.
Requiem actual, strike team is on the
But
ground.
since I have it, might as well test
Welcome
it.
to Alpha Site, strike team. Let's
If
get
it
to work.
is exactly the same as default knife, I do like the look of this knife, so
To the morgue with you.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, same damage. But way cooler looking knife. Alright. So, now we got the basics out of the way. Now we can get to the new stuff. Even though the camel's new to me, it's still the same knife. So, I can go ahead and remove that from the list of melee weapons to check. And I might have fun and just try to punch everything to death later. That would be kind of fun. Anyways, now let's go ahead and try out our first actual weapon. Nobody cares about the message of the day. Take me to solo. Now, our first weapon is the Sledgehammer. According to its description, this is what it is. As you see, it's way slower, but better range, supposedly. Machete's looking like possibly the best. Speed and range up. At least, it looks like if you're going to use the Sledgehammer, you might as well go for the machete. But we'll find out. It doesn't really show much of a difference damage-wise, but that's why we're testing out the damage ourselves. Whenever it loads. I really hate loading screens. I'm not patient. I have more patience for long grinding sessions than I do for loading screens. It's sad. Alright.
Requiem, actual strike team is on the ground.
Welcome to Alpha Site, strike team. Let's get to work.
Why does it show me holding a gun? Alright, 1,250. So same damage.
Nazi bastards. Of course they're responsible for this mess.
Team, we need to find the facility entrance and figure out just what happened here.
Now, an important thing to do with all these new weapons is grab this gun. Since I want to know, will these new melee weapons transfer to a current melee weapon like the old knife did?
Really?
Yep. This is how you knife zombies. So not bad. Time to call it quits. So good news is it does seem like all the melee weapons are still gonna hold the special effect of having that melee weapon be instantly called upon when you knife with a gun out, which is good, because that's the best way to get a gun out knife damage. And that's one reason why you really should never run around with your knife out. Run around with the gun out, so that you have the ability to shoot if needed, but you still got that knife out, because it just instantly summons. But anyways, we'll go ahead and try out the next one. I was really hoping that Sledgehammer would do a lot more damage, but unfortunately it doesn't look that way. So it's off to the Katana, which claims to be a little bit slower than the knife and less range. Yeah. Come on, man. Why would you use this over the knife then, if the knife is so much better? We need stats. We need proof. And that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Well, after I get done with this, I'll have these two left to do, and then we'll have a little mini information. But even though if the stats look about the same, the most important thing, how do they hold up in the later rounds?
Arriving at Alpha
Because
Site.
even if they
You're cleared,
all
strike
have the
team.
same damage,
Let's get moving, people.
There might
Recon
be a
the
little
site,
bit
eliminate
difference.
all hostiles.
oh wait, this is a knife. I thought it was like a sword. You make this thing look like a sword. I mean, come on, draw it as a knife if it's a knife. This thing looks like a sword. Like, this looks like it's gonna be like some type of katana. So we're seeing the same 1,250, which means it's the same on-power damage.
I did not expect to see this place again. Though considering the experiments undertaken here, I should have known it would not remain buried.
It should have
I'm
remained buried, Dr.
gonna
Strauss.
go ahead by this
Team,
for
find the
all
facility
the
entrance.
tests because might as well. After all, it would be unfair to do it for some and not all. Even though I'm pretty sure it shall transfer.
At least it's something. Keep coming. I'll make time for you all.
But yeah, this is definitely faster than compared to that. Alright, we'll nuke the map and call it quits. But I'm disappointed. Why are you not a awesome looking like katana? That's what I thought it was. You know, like a long sword. It looks like that. Come on, just make it look like a dagger if it's gonna be like a dagger. I was lied to. I demand compensation. $100,000. Now, let's see if you guys can put down below in the comments how much that is. Alright. Well, now we got the shovel. Which I will be expecting less damage from because it's the only one with less damage. It reads as a 2-hit kill on multiplayer. And it's about as fast as a knife, but faster than the other ones. Yeah, the knife don't seem to be any different. Why would you take this over this if it's the same speed? Or maybe that's one speed. Maybe not attack speed, maybe it's 1 speed, I don't know. Probably 1 speed. Who knows? Which is why I'm doing these stats. I need to know, once and for all, what's the best. And which ones suck. Now, keep in mind, highest damage don't instantly equal best weapon with these melee weapons. Things like reach, attack speed, especially if they could multi-hit. Come on, let me just wipe out like 6 zombies with 1 swing. You know, without any special ability needed or any, you could probably do it with the, elemental attacks if you could put them on the knives. But, you know, just let me do it without needing that. I seriously don't get
Arriving
why
at
she's
Alpha
holding
You're
up a
clear,
gun.
strike team.
Come on, man.
This is where it
Holding
started,
a
strike
shovel.
team. Let's get some answers.
Wow, same damage. What do you mean it has less damage? That's
Undead hostile
1,250
eliminated.
like the rest.
So, this is Ground Zero. Whatever happened here is the cause of the dimensional breaches all over the world.
In multiplayer, this
The
might
undead.
be
That's correct, Dr.
weaker,
Gray.
but
Let's get the team inside.
the zombies quite good. I could be wrong, but I think it's attacking faster. Like way faster, noticeable.
Can't say I'm not disappointed.
Alright. And, of course, it works real good. Come on.
That's enough out of you.
Alright, so I am surprised how powerful that is. It claims less damage, but it's same damage. Which means the last one, the machete, I highly doubt will show a different damage number, but we'll check and see. But so far it doesn't look like it matters which knife, but keep in mind, this video is just a basic look. Not a more in-depth look, just a basic look. I'm just comparing damage numbers, that's it. Later on, I will be doing the actual thing of testing them out in combat. Cause map, I've been lied to. And I got one more thing I want to check out once I finish. But hopefully there's more difference in actual practice use. Otherwise, it doesn't really justify making the new weapons. And it will kinda suck grinding for them. Just to have them for looks. That's pretty much all they would be for if they're about the same. What do you prefer? Knife? Other knife? A sledgehammer? A shovel? Or machete? Did I forget one? No, I think I got them all. But we'll find out. And then, like I said, after I get done with this test, You know, not this exact one, but the the next one where it's going to be the longer one. I do plan on posting a video talking about the results for a short summary. So if you want to know more about it, just like which one's the best, I would recommend checking out that
Arriving at
video.
Alpha site. You're clear, strike team.
Let's get moving, people. Recon the site, eliminate all hostiles.
I think I'll name this video like Best Melee Testing Part 1, and then have the live stream be Best Melee Testing Part 2, and then the final results be called Best Melee Testing Final Results. Probably go with something like that. 1,250! Who would have seen that coming?
Let's get to it then. This place is the cause of the outbreaks we're encountering. Better get inside and solve this case.
My team can handle it, Dr. Gray. They'll explore the site and find the entrance.
It might be my imagination, though. Maybe I want to see the range, so I see the range. But yeah, make sure if you want the true answer, which one's the best, to check out the final results, or the part 2, if you feel like watching that. But I won't lie, it'll probably be hours upon hours, so you're gonna probably want the short version.
One less hostile cadaver.
But yeah, here we go, and that's the end of this. So they all seem to be exactly the same, no matter which melee weapon you pick, no matter which weapon you have out, same attack speeds. So that's good, and hopefully this part 1 been informative. Now to focus on doing a long stream for part 2. For part 2, I'm going to be playing with the melee weapons, seeing how long I could possibly last with the melee weapon only. How well can I kill bosses with them? All that good stuff. So, hopefully you join me for part 2. If not, please stick around for the final part. And that will be where I give you a definitive answer which one's the best. So far, it looks like they're all the same. At least damage number wise. But we don't fully know yet until we test out. So I'll see you guys there. Bye.